And welcome everyone to Wizards pregame. The Wizards are in Atlanta tonight visiting the Hawks. They're coming off a 129-112 loss to the Hornets, which leaves the Wizards at 16-40 on the year. Again, we know Washington's goal is to do their best to keep that first rounder, which is currently top eight protected. The season series between these two teams is tied at one apiece. The Wizards will be without Trey Young, Anthony Davis, Alex Sarr, D'Angelo Russell, and Ken Whitmore. Atlanta, they're 28-31 on the season. They won two of their last three games, the most recent being a 115-104 win over the Brooklyn Nets. The Hawks are currently third in the Southeast Division and ninth overall in the East. Jalen Johnson, he leads the team in points, rebounds, and assists. Points and rebounds, he's led. You know, he's done most of the year. Not the rebound, the assist officially took over in that category once the Trey Young trade to the Wizards was official. Their trade was at like 8.9 as a member of the Hawks, but Jones currently the leader, 8.1. Again, for a player of his size, that's a hell of a line. He's shown steady growth every season in the league, and this year he took another step. He does most of his damage inside, shooting 49.4% from the floor. As an explosive finisher with enough handle to attack off the bounce. There's a reason he was named to the All Star team this year as a reserve, but he was still named to the All Star team. His relentlessness on the glass is something Washington has to be ready for, and he does damage on both ends of the floor. Crashes the glass, um, he weaponizes every bit of that athleticism to do that on both ends of the floor. Another player who's taking a step for Atlanta is another big is Onyeka Okongwu. He's averaging 16 points a game, 7.7 rebounds, and 3.2 assists per game. Don't forget the one block and one steal per contest. Like Johnson, he's adept at finishing inside. Just the added caveat for Okongwu is he's shown the ability to step out. He's worked on extending his range, and he takes about what 5.3 triples a game. He connects on about two of them. He's shooting 38.3% from deep this year. Uh, any team would love. A lot of teams have bigs stepping out to shoot threes. Teams would love if their bigs were knocking down 38% of them. Everybody doesn't. Um, there's guards that don't connect on 38% of their threes in this league. His ability to stretch the floor while being effective inside gives the Hawks multiple versatile bigs that impact both ends of the floor. That's something Washington's going to have to be dealing with tonight. Last but not least, Nikhil Alexander Walker is averaging a career high 19.9 points a game this season. He's shooting 43% from the floor, but 37.2 from deep, throwing the 3.7 assists and the 1.2 steals, which is how we come to know Nikhil Alexander Walker has been able to stick in the league, especially early on. It was for his ability to be a pest on the defensive end of the floor. See his grades here. It's what he does best. He gets after it on the end of the floor. But if you're Atlanta, you have to be ecstatic about the way that he's shown this type of jump. Prior to this season, he's had in a couple previous stops, he's averaged 10 points and right under 12 before. 19 is a huge jump from either one of those other years in which he scored double digits, which ended up being career highs at that point. But 19.9 is huge for them. Um, for Washington, in terms of keys to tonight's game, Washington has to take care of guarding the 3 point line. The Hawks, as a team, shoot 37% from deep. The Wizards have been a better rebounding team than the Hawks have this year, not by much, but it's an area Washington could gain and hold an edge. And if they are able to get to the edge, it's something. It could be the difference between staying in a game if you're having a rough night shooting the ball, or be like when they played the Pacers, where the points inside the paint added up, the points they score off turnovers, and having a rebounding edge kind of just puts you over the top. The Wizards must take care of the ball. Talked about Nikhil Alexander Walker. It's more than just him. Dyson Daniels is over there as well. Um, if you want to play word association games, uh, Dyson Daniels steals the basketball at a very high rate. But the Hawks do so as a team. They average 9.2 steals per contest. So if you're Washington, you can't afford to have sloppy passes tonight. Be soft with the ball, come to the ball on every catch, because otherwise they're going to be off to the races. Don't bail the Hawks out by fouling. The Hawks get to the line, just the hairless and the Wizards do per game. Don't help them to easy scoring opportunities, essentially free points. Lastly, just continue to compete. In two of the three games since the break, both games against the Pacers, we saw the Wizards, regardless of who was on the floor. We saw, you know, several G League folks come in, make the most, capitalize on their opportunities. Alonnis Williams really had a good stint during his 10-day contract. Um, just compete. And then, we'll see what happens. And again, preface, things this evening, what Washington is trying to do in terms of maintaining that pick. That said, those are the keys to tonight's game. We'll check it with you guys afterwards for Wizards Outlook. So keep those keys in mind, enjoy the game, and we'll see you guys a little bit later this evening.